And the Restless Monday, June 29th update. Jill upset about Sally's wedding and pregnancy. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers update for Monday, June 29th, indicate that Jill Abbott, Lauren Koslow, will get a double dose of big news. Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, will also regret his mistakes while Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, is in the operating room, so some powerful scenes are ahead in Genoa City. While Nikki is in surgery, Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, will order some food for everyone at Crimson Lights, where Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley will join her in taking a breather from all the hospital drama. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, will be stunned when they learn what Nikki's dealing with. There will be some talk about Victor making sure Nikki got the best surgeon possible, but there won't be any way to predict whether Nikki's sight will return after her procedure. After Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, pops up, he'll confess that he already heard about Nikki's ordeal through Dr. Stephanie Simmons, Vivica A. Fox. Claire will worry about Nikki as she opens up to Holden in the park, but he'll encourage her to be optimistic. At the hospital, Victor will stare at the wedding ring set Nikki returned to him and flash back to one of their weddings. There'll also be some flashbacks of all the recent hostility between Victor and Nikki, so he'll look like he regrets being so cruel. Stephanie will pop up to let Victor know the surgery is in progress and going smoothly. Victor will express how thankful he is for Stephanie's help and will speak to her about Claire's romantic interest in Holden, too. Once Nikki is out of the OR, she'll still be unconscious and will have small bandages over her eyes. Dr. Virginia Nottingham will let the Newmans know that they were able to get rid of the brain mass. As for Nikki's eyesight, Dr. Nottingham won't predict that outcome and will simply suggest they'll know more after she awakens. Victor will step over to Nikki and offer some words of encouragement while the family waits for her to regain consciousness. At the GCAC, Y&R spoilers say Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, will wonder what's up after receiving strange messages regarding Jill. Jill will arrive and explain that Snapper Foster's, last portrayed by David Hasselhoff, assistant sent the messages for her, but she'll admit she didn't realize he was going to be so mysterious. Jill will want to discuss Kane taking over the Chancellor's CEO spot now that Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, owns the company. Billy will explode over Kane doing horrible things and still getting rewarded in the end. Kane will make it clear that he's a changed man, but Billy won't really buy that and will obviously have a problem with him running Chancellor. Jill, on the other hand, will be okay with Kane taking charge since Catherine Chancellor, Jean Cooper, previously pushed for it. Billy will act like Jill and Kane wanted this outcome all along, but he'll pretend he's moving on now that he's planning a wedding and having a baby with Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. Jill will seem miffed over Billy not telling her about his nuptials or Sally's pregnancy until now. Although Jill will claim she's happy for Billy if this is what he wants, it'll seem like she has some reservations. The conversation will pivot back to Billy's outrage over Kane running Chancellor, so they'll argue as Jill tries to play referee. In the end, Billy will demand that Jill tell him why he's not good enough since he won't think he can move on until he knows. It'll seem like Billy's hurt over Jill seeing the best in Kane when she won't do that for him. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will put Jill on the spot, so stay tuned for her response. CDL will have all the thrilling Young and the Restless spoilers and news you need, so make us your go-to Y&R source. The latest developments in the Young and the Restless promise another emotional chapter for the residents of Genoa City, where family loyalties, complicated romances, and life-changing secrets continue to collide. Monday's drama centers on Jill as she struggles to come to terms with surprising news involving Sally, while questions surrounding love, commitment, and the possibility of a growing family send shockwaves through several familiar relationships. Jill has always been known for speaking her mind, especially when it comes to protecting the people she loves and safeguarding the future of the Abbott and Chancellor legacies. That fierce determination has often placed her at the center of difficult conversations, and this time is no different. Learning about major developments in Sally's personal life leaves Jill wrestling with emotions that range from concern to disappointment. Rather than quietly accepting events as they unfold, she begins asking difficult questions that others would rather avoid. From Jill's perspective, every major life decision carries consequences that stretch far beyond the present moment. Marriage is never simply about romance in Genoa City. It can reshape family alliances, business priorities, and long-standing relationships that have taken years to build. As she reflects on Sally's future, Jill wonders whether important choices are being made for the right reasons or whether emotions are clouding everyone's judgment. Sally, meanwhile, finds herself balancing excitement with uncertainty. She has overcome countless personal and professional setbacks to reach a place where happiness finally seems possible. Her determination to build a stable future has earned the respect of many people who once doubted her intentions. Yet, even during moments of celebration, unexpected complications have a way of emerging when they are least expected. Rumors surrounding a possible pregnancy only add to the growing tension. Although speculation spreads quickly, those closest to Sally recognize that such life-changing news would affect far more than one relationship. It would influence family dynamics, future plans, and even ongoing rivalries that continue to shape everyday life in Genoa City. As whispers circulate, friends and relatives begin reacting in very different ways. Some immediately offer encouragement, believing that a new beginning could bring healing after years of heartbreak. Others adopt a more cautious attitude, questioning whether the timing is truly right given everything already unfolding around them. Billy also finds himself navigating an increasingly complicated emotional landscape. His ambitions have never been easy to separate from his personal relationships, and the latest family developments force him to reconsider where his priorities truly belong. While he wants to support the people he cares about, lingering business concerns refuse to disappear, creating additional pressure during an already emotional period. Those closest to Billy notice the growing strain. Every conversation seems to pull him in a different direction, making it increasingly difficult to focus on any single challenge. His desire to maintain stability often conflicts with his instinct to take bold action, leaving him searching for answers that never seem straightforward. Elsewhere, Jack continues serving as a voice of experience. Years of navigating family crises have taught him that patience often proves more valuable than impulsive decisions. He encourages those around him to focus on communication rather than assumptions, reminding everyone that misunderstandings have created unnecessary pain many times before. Even so, Jack understands that emotions cannot always be controlled. News involving weddings, family expansion, and shifting relationships naturally brings excitement as well as anxiety. Every member of the Abbott family processes change differently, making it nearly impossible to predict how events will ultimately unfold. Jill's concerns become increasingly apparent as she reflects on everything the family has experienced over the years. She has watched relationships blossom, fall apart, and unexpectedly recover. Those memories shape her reactions, causing her to approach new developments with both hope and hesitation. Rather than immediately embracing every announcement, Jill believes it is important to ask whether everyone involved has truly considered the future. Her questions are not necessarily intended to discourage happiness. Instead, they stem from a lifetime of experience that has shown her how quickly circumstances can change. For Sally, remaining confident becomes more challenging as outside opinions continue influencing the situation. She wants her future to reflect her own choices instead of the expectations placed upon her by others. At the same time, she understands that major milestones inevitably affect the people who care about her. The emotional conversations unfolding throughout Genoa City highlight one of the show's greatest strengths. Every storyline connects multiple families, allowing one surprising revelation to ripple across countless relationships. Whether discussing romance, family, or personal dreams, every decision creates consequences that extend well beyond the individuals directly involved. As Monday's episode progresses, viewers can expect heartfelt conversations, emotional confrontations, and new questions about what lies ahead. With relationships being tested and major life changes on the horizon, Genoa City once again proves that even its happiest moments are rarely free from unexpected complications. The choices made now could shape the direction of several families for weeks to come, ensuring that the drama continues long after the initial surprise fades.